Opposition to the proposed merger of Sinclair Broadcast Group and Tribune Media is growing in Congress. One America's John Hines reports from Washington.
Legislation has now been introduced into the Congress that could effectively block a merger of the nation's largest owner of television stations, Sinclair Broadcast Group, and Tribune Media, a merger that could enable control of access to more than 70% of American households.
Jared Huffman and I have introduced a bill. We have a number of co-sponsors now that would simply do away with the so-called UHF discount.
And it is that so-called UHF discount, already approved by the Federal Communications Commission, or FCC, which would allow Sinclair Broadcast Group to count their stations and those they hope to acquire by merging with Tribune Media far less in calculating the media ownership cap, in which no one company can own stations that reach more than 39% of the country. The FCC reinstatement of the so-called UHF discount worried North Carolina Congressman David Price, so he decided to act.
Is simply as a pretext, I believe, for Sinclair's desire to acquire a whole lot more outlets and probably others as well. But it's going to break down the barriers, which are already pretty elastic, to media concentration in this country, to a single network or a single broadcaster owning all these outlets all over the country. And we're already too concentrated. We're already giving too little weight to localism, to diversity, to competition.
Diversity to competition is a key consideration, says Price, who also believes this speaks to the openness and transparency of the FCC rulemaking process, which appears to have produced a rule change that is anything but neutral.
Well, Sinclair envisions, of course, obtaining many more outlets around the country, having more reach into more markets. I think this would give them a strong position in 39 out of 50 of the largest markets. Let's not bring back some kind of obsolete technical standard as though this was neutral. It isn't neutral. In fact, it is biased in the worst sort of way, and we're blowing the whistle on that. We're also proposing a legislative remedy.
The UHF discount dates to 1985, when UHF signals were weaker than VHF signals. That difference was eliminated with the transition to digital TV. John Hines, One America News, Washington.